Hi, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the conference so far. I know that I am. So today I'm going to talk to you about Codugh, the microtransaction company. I'm going to tell you about who we are, what we do, the problems that we solve, and what we have coming up. So let's jump into it. Before I begin, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Shashank Singhal, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Codugh. I began involved in Bitcoin in 2016 and tracked the community through multiple forks. Since then, I built Codugh in late 2019 during the second BSV Hackathon. Since then, we've been validating, ideating, improving, and developing our product into what it has become today. Let's dive into it. The problem for Codugh is that there is no simple solution for developers to monetize their APIs. This is the core issue that we hope to fix. So developers and businesses who build APIs have been scratching their heads for years on how best to monetize them. They can join legacy subscription-based models, or they can attempt the long and arduous process of building their own monetization and distribution infrastructure. So we built the Codugh Marketplace. Now, what is the Codugh Marketplace? Well, Codugh allows developers and businesses to use and earn from APIs while settling payments in real time with BSV microtransactions. So Codugh is essentially an API marketplace that allows users to call APIs and pay per use each time they call them. So what is an API? For those of you who don't know, an API is essentially an interface that allows two programs to communicate and share functionality and data. You can think of it like hiring a plumber to fix your plumbing. A program can hire an API to perform a function that it itself cannot do, such as to get the latest Forex exchange rates, or to deliver the latest COVID-19 data, or to provide live blockchain information, or 1,000,001 other things. So how exactly does Codugh work? Well, developer one, who's a software developer or business, codes an API. They then upload their endpoints and their documentation to the Codugh Marketplace. The whole process takes just minutes. Once this is done, a second developer can call that API after browsing the marketplace and picking it out. All of our calls are routed through the Codugh gateway. The second developer never even sees your original endpoint. The Codugh gateway then asynchronously bills the second developer instantly after the call is returned successfully. The Codugh gateway handles authentication, security, logging, and billing processes. So in August, we announced that our platform was open. So now we're ready for software developers and businesses to come aboard and join us as part of our public beta program. So if you're a software developer or business who builds APIs, or are interested in simplifying your development process, come join us and check out our website. Here's a quick peek at the Codugh Marketplace today. So APIs are sorted based on the number of calls that they receive, and then also delivered to users based on their specific preferences and requirements. It's also very simple for an API developer to come on board and list their API straight from this marketplace screen. Let's talk about some of the types of APIs that are currently on the Codugh platform. So we have COVID-19 data APIs. We have stock and crypto market APIs. We have food and recipe APIs, and more. All of these APIs are currently available on the marketplace, and users can come on and pay per use for API calls. And in return, they get well-formatted and reliable data that they can then integrate into their own applications and programs. So for example, a food and recipe API can easily be integrated into a fitness and wellness app. A fitness app can then provide its customers with quality nutritional information and suggestions without having to build its own nutritional recipe database and infrastructure. Another important API that's soon to come on Codugh's marketplace is the What's on Chain API. Now, as we know, What's on Chain is one of the foremost APIs in the BSV blockchain ecosystem, especially when it comes to blockchain information scanning and delivery. So I'm thrilled to announce that What's on Chain will be listing parts of its API set on Codugh in the coming months. So this will not only generate another significant revenue stream for Tal, but it will also allow them to continue to build and develop their API set using the revenues that they generate from offering it as a paid service. So now let's talk a little bit about how Codugh helps Tal and other companies on its platform achieve their goals, whilst also addressing a major problem in today's software development ecosystem. So Codugh attempts to allow builders to do what they do best, build, and we handle absolutely everything else. Codugh handles API management. This includes user management, which we handle by registering and monitoring users on our platform. This includes analytics, which we handle by delivering complicated and detailed data on each individual endpoint call made to a server. This includes security, which Codugh handles by verifying and authenticating every call made to an endpoint before it even hits it. Codugh handles distribution and marketing. We do this by listing APIs on our marketplace and allowing other people to see them. We also then deliver the APIs based on user-specific preferences and requirements. And finally, we conduct out-of-platform marketing, not only of the marketplace itself, but also of the APIs within it. Codugh handles monetization. We do this by maintaining our own BSV wallet infrastructure and allowing users to pay each other per call for each API use. Finally, Codugh handles compliance. Let's dive a little deeper into how Codugh navigates the rigorous regulatory landscape of digital currencies. So Codugh is fully compliant with international standards for AML/CTF legislation. We hold licenses as both a digital exchange and as a remittance service provider. We partner with Trulioo as our KYC provider and Chainalysis as our KYT or Know Your Transaction provider. These partnerships allow us to adhere to the strict regulatory standards to do with tracking and reporting of cryptocurrency transactions within platforms, and also means that we will definitely identify, track, and be able to report any risky transaction on our platform that may be associated with money laundering or terrorism financing. So what does this mean? As an API developer on our platform, you don't need to worry about compliance yourself. You benefit from this. So as a product philosophy, we make a point of building for our users. This means that we're constantly talking to users and collecting user data. Now, during these conversations, we learned that 55% of our registered users were non-crypto developers. That means that they're developers who have no affiliation or particular interest in any cryptocurrency. Now, when discussing with these users, we further learned that a big source of friction for them was that to use our platform, they also had to use a separate cryptocurrency exchange and then transfer money between the two. Many developers were simply unwilling to take these extra steps. Furthermore, computational fees and the vast majority of other bills that software developers and businesses have to pay today are still all in fiat currency. So we decided to build a solution. Introducing CUSD, the world's first and only microtransaction token. CUSD is a microtransaction token built on the STAS protocol on the BSV blockchain. What exactly does this mean? It means that non-BSV and non-crypto developers can use BSV as a payment processing network to send microtransactions without even realizing that they're using BSV or that BSV is powering everything under the hood. Let's have a look at how it will actually work on our platform. Well, a user will deposit fiat currency straight into the Codugh platform. A user will then be issued an equivalent amount of CUSD. For every dollar that a user transfers on our platform, they will be issued 10,000 CUSD tokens, because each CUSD is worth 1/100th of a US cent. Once they have their CUSD, users can transfer and pay each other microtransactions in small amounts of CUSD tokens back and forth. And once this is done, they can withdraw fiat currency straight back into their wallets or their bank accounts. All of this is powered by Codugh's own payment gateway. So Codugh's payment gateway authenticates, logs, bills, and secures payments between two parties. This can be used to encompass technology after technology and can be used to facilitate microtransactional payments through several use cases. These are just 3 of the use cases on Codugh's horizon. Let's break down our vision. Cloud storage. So the Codugh Cloud platform will allow users to store data and pay per hour, per kilobyte in real-time microtransactions for their storage. The future of Codugh Cloud will include immutable data hash storage on-chain and on-chain delivery of stored data. Now, this means that even if data isn't stored directly on-chain, users will be able to retrieve data by sending queries to certain miners, and they will be able to verify the validity and the immutability of that data through a verifiable on-chain hash. This solves many of the problems associated with modern on-chain data storage. Compute services. The Codugh compute platform will allow users to rent hash power and compute power from each other and pay in per-function microtransactions for its use. Imagine if you could just rent hash power from a miner or other computational substantial party and pay them per use in small amounts each time. Internet of Things. The Codugh IoT platform will be integrated into IoT-friendly devices and allow users to rent any device and pay per hour of usage. Think renter bikes in big cities, but instead of just bikes, it could apply to any connectable device. Internal service management. The Codugh ISM platform will allow companies to manage their internal microservices in a secure and hassle-free manner. This means that companies with complex microservice infrastructures can implement the Codugh Gateway into their microservices themselves. And then the Codugh Gateway can handle authentication, logging, and security in inter-microservice calls. Our goal is to leverage Bitcoin to create economic opportunity for every developer in the world. As we grow, we will continue to leverage Bitcoin to create opportunity for every technologist in the world. If you're interested in our product, you can check us out at www.codugh.com. And for any questions and queries, feel free to contact us at contact@codugh.com. Thank you very much, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of the conference.